I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
My demon-expelling mantra is ready!
Understood.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
From whence you came!
Don't waste my time.
Dodge this! Swift and merciful!
Rude. Blood repays blood.
Spirit Blade! Attack! But how?
Submit!
This one will be frozen in time. What's the hurry? Dodge this!
Submit for judgment!
Motion to compel! Time for your arraignment!
Forth, my blade! Barely a scratch. The scourge of evil remains.
Cool it! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
Your life is mine. Don't waste my time. The victor has been decided.
Freeze! You're getting on my nerves. Dodge this! I'm not done.
Boom! Invisible evidence! The law has loopholes.
Cool it! This doesn't look good.
Give up.
A touch of frost. Spirit Blade! Attack! Curb your fury! After all that training.
Don't waste my time.
Just a few Abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left the Abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. That is why even the Dragon of the East and the creatures of the Abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dame.
Well, we do have some history. I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf. Perhaps we may find our Abyss Herald.
There's still a long road ahead.
Sure.
We should look for a new investment. Mora doesn't grow on trees.
You're open!
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dane's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here. No. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that abyss.
But where do we begin?
Indeed. See that? Floating above the flames? It's an abyssal spell. Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left.
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kinda scary. Let's beat them up first.
Stabilize! Gather! Windblade!
Submit!
Motion to compel.
Gather! Order guide you!
Breath of the flame. Incinerate.
Disappear!
Whew, that's that. Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the abyss. Another one of those bonfire spells! Looks like the abyss. Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Stabilize.
Boom boom! Incinerate! Inadmissible evidence!
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found, but they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems we should leave as well.
But now we're out of lead.
No. There is. Let's get a move on then. I'll. I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, but I suppose that this place is more... In fact, if my memory serves, this the first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of old Mondstadt.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that...
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that... If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, let's go see what the situation is at the...
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Your life is mine.
This is order. Stabilize.
Boom! Breath of the flame! Motion to compel!
With the wind!
Incinerate! Submit!
Order guide you.
Wind blade!
Stabilize.
Inadmissible evidence!
Solidify. Stabilize! This is order.
Motion to compel.
Disappear! Windblade!
I will have order.
Yikes!
So in the end, we still couldn't find that.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across.
No, you're right.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their... Once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from...
You know, Dane, you keep... Where are they?
She... no longer... I'm afraid that traveling can be...
Oh, is that how...
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yep! Hey! Either way, we should settle down in a...
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about. While you're still traveling, you should...
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there.
Whoa, Dane moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke?
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different. My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So?
Me? I merely followed my traveling companion around on the... Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
into you. You were just spacing out. Huh? But how could that be? You only touched...
Perhaps that dandelion bears some... As for why...
You're saying so...
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of ration. At least you now know that she is still on this world. At this time, the most important... Yes. And this is something you must keep in mind. May you find your kin at the end of that journey.
Huh?
Only for now. After all, I did take 500 more...
Children, come. You've arrived.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting...
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little... That simply won't do. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so... Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, I will not go into too much detail, but the teapot that you entered previously was a little...
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this... but that's enough nostalgia for now.
That's right! Finding...
Oh, settle down now, children. What's more, well, for starters, I require some shimmer. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glade. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened. In any case, smaragdus jadeite isn't it? Goodness knows.
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny...
Yes.
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor? We see...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This Yanfei, I believe you already heard of the...
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about. You became one of Liyue's most wanted before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates. A shame that we didn't meet soon. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business. You'll have to excuse Yanfei.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time. And then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find it. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the ministry...
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite, Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well,
Whoa, that's a real...
Commercial consultancy. Or Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to... He mentioned that he was considering... So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me?
Wow, and best we...
Hello, Mr. Crossel.
Oh, good. Very good. All thanks to your advice, Missy.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe...
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end, Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hair?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with... The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item, in return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10...
Guaranteed genuine? With 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false?
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we...
In that case, might you know where Miss Xiaochao lives? We'd like...
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when...
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossel.
Whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Miss Xiaochao? We understand. My associates and I are very interested in them.
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side. I spent so much money on them. My family is in the ore business too. We now have a backlog of paid up. A big banquet is coming up. That's what the hairpins were. But now that I've lost them...
Why does Paimon...
Would you really? I sent a commission to the adventurers.
Hold on. don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss Zhichao.
Huh? Well, I mean...
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said true. Those
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation, and given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up
even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the Jadeite... Whichever way you look...
Except that if we found the hairpins...
Please. However much it is, I will have to pay it. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go...
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. So hold on a moment, Miss Zhichao.
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstone set in... My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine if...
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Zhichao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins?
About that.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly, I am.
Mora! Do you have any idea what I had to... I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. It was in fact genuine Smaragdus Jadeite
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or...
Alright, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of...
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins?
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise them.
Please wait, Miss Zhichao. I have something to do. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find some...
I should open a store. My friend, why can't I transfer? What should I try this time? Oh there. Come and see these rare and precious curios.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you...
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins...
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already...
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say, I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. Miss Zhichao, did you at any time feel...
No, not at all. I felt perfectly...
Now that is strange. I noticed if I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his...
If that's the case, we should go confront him right...
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit, and then he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with—
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I—
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for every— It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than—
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter in—
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay, and I'll also need your signatures on page—
This contract has so many pages!
Alright, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before.
Miss Yanfei, I have to ask—
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of Geo. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate— Also, the idea of someone abusing the law— But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to— I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first—
Listen, let me tell you.
Why, hello there, honored customers.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnaya—
That was the first— He was quite why, yeah—
Thank you, sir. We'll take—
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and Yes! It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus Nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite.
A thin layer of separation.
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus Nephrite is an entire—
Is that so? Well, we might as well give Elemental Sight a shot. So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao is able to tell what it was just by the—
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to and I'm sure a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into
Alright, let's focus up.
But never mind, Shirto.
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them.
Oh, what should I try this time?
Miss Yanfei? Might I be—
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus Jadeite.
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record?
Of course. But—
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see.
I wouldn't say there's been an...
With this hard evidence to back us...
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Sinxie.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is this, but the amendments made by the Tianquan to our law, as such...
So you help?
Yes, well, you sound surprised. Oh, this hasn't...
Again with that...
Well, that's that then.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? The design of the hairpin... This order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinxie, I'd like for you to confirm...
Yes, I'm sure of it. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with... I also kept a copy for my own records. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document...
Thank you, Sinxie. Now...
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or...
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Because only he can provide an authoritative once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands.
Join the Adventurers Guild.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? And if it isn't Miss Yanfei...
No, I'm here...
Smaragdus Jadeite? The 7 mountain treatises. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone... Anyway, I'm sure I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the...
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind...
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you... But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of... I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related...
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baizhu.
You're too kind. Take...
That Baizhu guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a...
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could...
Of course. Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times...
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin Phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was... Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you...
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore in...
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to start with... This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Shita.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus... In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store.
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What?
Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that...
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy...
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hair...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shows...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as...
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar...
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of... Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence... I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell.
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually...
Aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she...
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those... But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time and... But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be... That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite and especially made. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only did.
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal...
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there.
10 times.
Kroso looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to...
20%? That...
There's no need. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hair...
Ms.
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus...
What? But I...
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus jadeite over to you.
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony.
Hmm?
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has...
Actually, I could see from the hairpins you produced, if we could join
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching. Even
the right solution the objective of my client, Mr. in Adeptus. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by the title of Adeptus. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue...
Paimon can think of someone who would...
Well, since we got what we came...
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the... Good. Then we have all the material.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now.
Oh, you.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any...
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Indeed, Yanfei. Liyue. All right, then.
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, take these blueprints with you as...
Wait a minute, Granny!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a...
They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some Mora,
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the end.
So what? She's loaded.
I've already told you. If you still can't grasp that...
Come on, ma'am. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you.
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Leap, then Shinue Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on it, but here we are. Perhaps... yes.
Boss, I'm telling you some...
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her forever.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this?
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians?
No, don't.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well,
Oh, I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I
This is Liyue Harbor. There are...
Laws? No.
Really? So...
That would be my stomach growling.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other. Then of course you're still hungry.
Chingson, Glaze Lily, Violet Grass. These are,
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all, you can't... Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her...
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought...
Chingson, Glaze Lily, and Violet Grass, please.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's real...
My hunger has now abated. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance.
So, how can you chow down on beef? If Paimon had enough, Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only... Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste.
Return to the mountains!
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! And now we're probably...
I see.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang and... Were you interested in the
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but... However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now...
Wow! But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay.
Great! Paimon bet...
I am not sure whether, or to what extent, this plan can be... We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us.
Vito! That is not...
Really? But I hear that competition...
Look, we want to win this Sunset Vermilion Night, Wonder Course, and a...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's...
Baizhu? What are you...
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to...
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade. As far as the records show, virtually...
Okay, then. Let's go ask at the fake... Thanks, Baizhu.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your—
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a—
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your—
Understood, Master Xing.
Wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And—
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some sun. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand.
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price—
But without any sunset—
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever—
Who?
Oh, Seagazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken—
Yes, precisely. I didn't know when— According to records of drifting clouds, Seagazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures. After Seagazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode.
That's great! But wouldn't it be a little, disrespectful?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Seagazer was very open-minded.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Seagazer being described in this way before.
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially—
Okay, we will be— Let's see. Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Seelie over there?
My demon expelling mantra is ready.
Let's make haste.
Time for some training?
Weren't we at a waterfall just? Oh, so...
I believe this is the... With any luck, the Sunset Vermilionite.
Really? Look, and now that Paimon takes a closer...
These are not real. If we want to go down, we must first...
All right, then let's...
I sense the presence... Transfiguration! Unleash! Transfiguration! Transfiguration! Take your true form! Take your true form! It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
You will regret this!
This is order. Stabilize.
Inadmissible evidence!
From whence you came! Swift and merciful!
Gather.
Do your master's bidding!
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance. It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first. Take your true form!
Submit for judgment!
Order guide you!
My will embodied! You will no escape from fate. My will embodied! Remember.
Solidify!
A touch of frost! Spirit Blade! Attack!
Stabilize!
Motion to compel!
Your life is mine!
I will have order! Solidify!
Time for your arraignment!
Stabilize!
My time has come.
Stabilize!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Ah! So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
One with my blade, from whence you came.
Order guide
Inadmissible evidence! Boom!
Submit for judgment.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Swift and merciful. Forth, my blade. One with my blade.
You wait.
Solidify.
Forth, my blade.
It's not. Your life is mine.
From whence you came. I cannot underestimate my enemy.
Gather.
Swift and merciful.
Solidify.
Wrap up a flame.
Forth, my blade.
Solidify. This is order.
Don't waste my time.
Swift and merciful.
Stabilize. Quake. Solidify.
Incinerate! Submit!
Solidify. I will have order.
Submit for judgment. Forth, my blade.
Solidify!
You dare to hit me!
This is order. Stabilize.
Your life is mine.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Time for your arraignment! Boom!
Emergency countermeasures aren't my thing. Solidify!
From whence you came!
Motion to compel!
Gather! This is order. Stabilize! Solidify!
Admissible evidence! Boom! Motion to compel!
Look, over there! Could that be the Sunset Vermilionite?
Prostrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary. Only after being activated does Prostrate reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and...
Wow, Shenhe.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just... If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna live?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Prostrate sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something that... You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy...
Is it? I'll go on ahead with the Prostrate. Let's meet at...
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself?
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No, but I have to correct you on one point. It's not...
Okay then, Miss Secretary.
In truth, it is the finest... If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of... As a side note, Lady Ningguang has... Now, please excuse...
Shenhe, just now on the...
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? Whenever Paimon gets praised...
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are...
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been
Well, Byron...
No need. I simply...
You can't do that. It's dangerous. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're...
Okay.
Great! we're talking.
Hi there! Checking in, are we? You're just in time. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people. So, business is booming for me today.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready. Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon could... Let's buy one for Shenhe, too. She can have it as a midnight...
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? Let's go and say...
One trusts you have met Shenhe.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time.
Cool. So, calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful.
Her Adeptus name. Why pray
Don't
On this latter point, you are correct.
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already? So is Paimon...
Do you mean to say that she presents stiff...
Well, to start with...
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old.
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for... That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong will. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by the...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even...
That's still so dangerous, though! Why was it...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair... Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing. However, her homicidal urges did not Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem... It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe...
Oh, now Paimon gets it.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between... If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough...
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after...
A human raised by the Adepti's
Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated.
Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature.
Hey! So, Shenhua...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master... After all, Master it...
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down.
It's okay. I don't... The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Because in my... Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of... Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend, whether you're an Adeptus...
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so... Oh! And another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating, but it seems to be...
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beidou! And hey...
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction before we find some... Once the Plostrite, the remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release...
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, Albie. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the Plostrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you...
Beidou?
Sure am.
Huh.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunji.
Greetings.
These two are
Shenhua.
Miss Yun is also here for the...
It's an honor to finally meet you both. To be honest with you all.
Wow. So it...
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhua.
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang.
In that case, Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to... Instead of competing against each other, we could work together.
Sounds great.
The Plostrite was the... How'd I do?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. From what I've heard...
We will head into town and seek...
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go. By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera.
Ooh, what's...
The opera is... It's called...
Yes! Yes! They have the audacity to go after anything. The 7 dragons. God, still. Oh, Traveler.
Huh? Ganyu? What?
Hello. We were just...
Yes.
But we recently...
Too big
Yes.
Oh, Raptor! I'm not...
You already know something that... You were correct. Some say that...
Anyway, despite how they have all...
To this end?
Grand.
Oh, indeed. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we So...
With the major changes, but anything... So, I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Oh. Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member.
Ad Astra Abyss.